Right, now it's time for OK and OK Junior action for the first time on day number 2. Your grid is as follows. On pole position for OK Senior is Thomas Imborg from France. Alongside him will be Rhys Viverhet from Belgium. Alongside him on the front row, Olivier Goethe from Monaco. Alongside, well, it's according to this, it says Lars van Vark's jumped to the top. It's not the case. It's Goethe and Kabihul on row 2. Frank Chappard, who won 2 for 2 yesterday, is alongside Alexander Tauscher from Germany. Kobe Pauls and Nicolas Pico round out row number 4. Tom Uzan and Evo Mallet complete the top 10 ahead of Matthias Salonen. Lars van Vark, who's hopeful of a bit more pace. You've also got the likes of Jan-Peter Fritters, Juliano Holzom. Well, it looks like Mads Ries is a non-starter this time around. Jules Castro is on pole ahead of Enzo Peugeot, Daniel Greger, Lois Delbart and Maxime Four-Castellan from Luxembourg in the OK Junior classification. So the time is reset once again for 11 minutes plus 1 additional lap here at karting Genk. They go on to the formation lap. Every single category, including our new buddies for 2019 OK and OK Junior. It is a 2x2 rolling start formation. So the timer has been set to 11 minutes, plus an additional lap. The red lights are ignited on the starting gantry. We are ready to go lights out for the 8th time today. So over the course of the 2 days on this race weekend, 16 different qualifying sessions, and 36 races. That's an incredibly tight schedule, but kudos to Dave Ritson and the organising body behind the BNL karting series for getting such a very close but very strict timetable. As the 20 drivers, sans Mads Ries, who will not start this race, being told by the race director to slow and stay in the tram lines. Will we get the engines roaring to life and the lights going out? Yes, we do. And someone was very opportunistic going around the outside and has made up a handful of places and now jumps up into 3rd. Could that have been maybe Alexander Tauscher? I'm not too sure, but... Or could that have been maybe... That could have been Nicolas Pico, who got the jump on a lot of people. As soon as the lights went out, he's allowed to leave the tram lines and made sure of it, and just jumped up, somersaulted over several people, well, figuratively speaking, I might add, and has jumped up a handful of places. So Pico was started on row 5. He's now into the top 5 as he's battling a little bit further down the order. Corey Powell's around about 9th position in the minute, as they come through turn 11 for the first time. So it is still Imborg leading as they now come round to complete lap number 1, as there's a bit of a battle royale between Lois Delbart and Daniel Greger in OK Junior. So it's Imborg, Vivret and the ever fast charging Nicolas Pico, who started on row number 5 up into 3rd position already. Loris Kabihul and Alexander Tauscher round out the top 5 itself. Oliver Goethe, Frank Chappard, Eva Mallet, Kobe Pauls and Lars van Vark complete the top 10. Juliano Holzom completes the top 11. Jules Castro now up into 13th overall and is leading the OK Junior class at the minute. Enzo Peugeot at the moment is at the tail end of the OK Junior class, whilst Maxime Four-Castellan has gone up into 18th, but that puts him 3rd in class. As the leaders now come across to complete another lap here at karting Genk. Sorry, I was just in a quick conflab with Dave Ritson. We've got a decision to make later on. You'll find out why a bit later, ladies and gentlemen. Podium will be at 5:15 this afternoon as we see some brilliant action here in DD2, well, in OK and OK Junior. We've got likes of, well, Rhys Viverhet is going for the lead on Thomas Imborg and takes it through turn number 10. Great job by the Belgian, but Nicolas Picot and also the 257 of Loris Cabihou. That's the top 4 at the moment. In OK Junior, Jules Castro is still sitting in 13th at the minute. Nearest competitor to him is Lois Delbart from his countryman. And then Maxime Fouan-Castellan in 18th from Luxembourg, 3rd in class. Enzo Peugeot from France and Daniel Gregor from Germany rounds out the 5 strong in OK Junior. Now, has there been another change? Has someone else dropped a little bit further down the order? I'm just wondering where Nicolas Picot is. I think he's in second. He is. That cheeky little French chappie has just gone from 10th or 9th place up into second. That's really good showing from the 233, who gets past countryman Thomas Simbourg, who just so happens to be with him at VDK Racing, who also are, I think, fielding Maxime Fouan-Castellan, who's 3rd in the OK Juniors at the minute, as the OK Seniors form a orderly line at the minute with no overtaking happening going into turns 1, 2, 3 and 4. So the 257 of Loris Cabihou is within striking distance of Thomas Simbourg, who's also in close proximity to Nicolas Picot, who's currently second, but Rhys Viveret is leading quite convincingly now, so the French not having it all their own way this afternoon. So Viveret comes through into turn number 12 for another lap. This will put us on to lap number 6. We have 6 minutes and 35 on the clock remaining, so Viveret leads, and his lead is now nearly a second. So whilst the trio behind are battling over position, Alexander Tauscher is starting to catch them. So the German a little bit on the march. He's gone quicker than all 3 in front of him. So he's done a 52.685. The closest one to him was Thomas Imborg on a 52.694. Pico was the slowest of them, 52.825. But he's having to defend quite sternly on Thomas Imborg. So Pico's got Imborg, Cabihou, and then very soon, I think, Alexander Tauscher will be alongside them for company. Frank Chappard, in the meantime, currently up in 7th position behind Evan Mellet. And Kobe Powles now has got past Juliano Holzem for 8th place. Tomuzan, also from France, who have 6 drivers in the top 10. Rounds out the top 10 itself. And it's getting a bit closer between Maxime Fouan-Castellan from Luxembourg, who's closing on Lois Delbart, as Jules Castro gets past Juliano Holzem. So Holzem's dropped, as has both Olivier Goethe and Lars van Vark. And there is a driver. Oh, we've got one very much off towards the exit part of turn number 8. So Juliano Holzem could be that driver. So I wonder what's happened. Well, it looks like maybe that Olivier Goethe and Lars van Vark, who admitted that they actually had to fit a new chain because that snapped during qualifying and put him on the back foot, isn't going to take any further part. So both him and Goethe have parked it. Pico now loses out to Amborg, who jumps up back into 2nd place, but has a tall order ahead because there's still 4.5 minutes and we'll have to try and close the gap. As I think I've just seen, yes, it's happened. Maxime Fouan-Castellan is trading places, hopefully not rubber on side pods with Lois Delbart. So Fouan-Castellan made the move up the inside on turn 2. Delbart responded in kind and went, well, here you go. Here's some of that for you. So Maxime now having to try and fight back. But there is a clear gap between Delbart and Castro, who is up the road by a clear second at the very, very least. So Lars van Vark and Olivier Goethe confirmed as retired. Juliano Holzem, I think, also has retired. So Sector 2 sort of finishes around about turn 9 and 10. So I think he's also retired. Meanwhile, the battle between Pico has now lost out to Loris Cabihou in the meantime. And I think he's got Alexander Tauscher for company. That is very much the case. So the French driver in the 2:33 is going to have his work cut out for him now. Well, Evan Mallet, I think, has just got past Alexander Tauscher. So Evan Mallet now gets up into the top 5. Yeah, Mallet and Chapard have also got past. And Tauscher's quickly under threat from Corby Powells from Belgium, who wants to get up past the top 8. So Tauscher dropping from 5th to 7th position over the last tour, thanks to Evan Mallet and Frank Chapard from VDK Racing. Picot now in, oh, that has happened. So Picot now down in 5th, I believe. So Vivrette leads from Hamburg, Cabihol. And now Evan Mallet is in 4th place. So Frank Chapard might end up going past Nicolas Picot very shortly as they head down into turn numbers 1 and 2. So Chapard closes on the back bumper of Picot going through turn 3. Now into turn 4. Was a tighter line from Chapard there, I think, coming out of turn 4. And he sends it up the inside, cleaning on Picot, who goes for the switchback and takes it and powers away, heading down to turn 7. Nice exchange there by the two French drivers. So we've had one non-starter in the form of Mads Dies. Lars van Vark has retired, as has Oliver Goethe. Juliano Holzem. It looks like Jan-Peter Fritters could be another retiree. So that will drop the field down to 16. At the moment, Maxime Fouan-Castellan is trying to close the gap on Jules Castro for the OK Junior top honours. He was nearly he's nearly a 10th and a half quicker than the Belgian in that last lap. Gap now down to about 0.8 between the pair. They have come to blows this weekend, and hopefully this time it can be even Stevens and firm and fair racing between the pair. And Fouan-Castellan is bringing along with him Francis Enzo Peugeot, who's closing up on the braking zone going into turn number 2. Whilst the OK senior drivers are coming through turn 9 as this... And, oh, we've got one pulled to the side. That's Corby Powells. Powells is out of the race. That's a real shame for the youngster from Leopoldsburg. So Corby Powell's now in another driver that is retired. So we have 20 seconds on the clock remaining. Please Vivrette continues to lead by some considerable margin over Thomasine Bourg from France by about 1.5 seconds. So yep, that is unfortunate for Corby Powells. Right, so now OK Juniors has to be concentrated on, and all 5 are with each other going through turn 5 and now into turn 6, led by Jules Castro from Belgium. Maxime Fouan-Castellan is ahead, whilst Lois Delbart and Enzo Peugeot and Daniel Greger are battling over 3rd place. Oh no, it's happened again! Maxime Fouan-Castellan hits the barriers hard off of turn 7. Him and Castro came together again. It sent both of them spinning the other way. Out of turn 7, I hope Maxime's okay. He's gone ploughing rear end first into those tyre barriers. So yellow flags at turn 7. Jules Castro walks away. Marshall's now with Maxime Fouan-Castellan off of the barriers at turn 7. Drivers will have to slow. And there's been a 3-second penalty awarded to Nicolas Picot. 3-second penalty for 2 wheels out of the track limits. But that still keeps him ahead of Alexander Tauscher for the minute in terms of the... no, that doesn't. That puts him behind Tom Mouzin in 8th. So Picot gets demoted quite substantially there. Medical team just attending the scene at Maxime Fouan-Castellan. So, with a dramatic end for the OK Junior class at that on the penultimate lap. Reese Viveret takes the win in OK Senior by 1.382 seconds over Thomas Imborg. Loris Cabihul, Evan Mallet, Frank Chapard, Nicolas Pico was classified as 7th, but will finish in 6th, but will finish in 7th behind Alexander Tauscher thanks to the 3-second penalty. Tomuzan, Matthias Salonen then follow the Frenchman. Sandro Holsam, Lois Del Bar wins in OK Junior, which came to a dramatic conclusion, with Enzo Peugeot and Daniel Greger rounding out the 13 that finished, with Mads Rees not starting, Jules Castro and Maxime Fouan-Castellin having that altercation into the approach into turn 7 on the penultimate lap. Kobe Powell's retired 3 laps from the end ahead of Jan-Peter Fritters, whose card is actually on the start-finish straight, I've just noticed. Juliana Holsam, Olivier Goethe, Lars van Vark, whilst medical team just making sure that Maxime Fouan-Castellin is okay after that heavy hit into the barriers at turn number 7.